Hello guys, welcome to my introduction to the Ether Lane Yukikaze. You may ask, is the Yukikaze any good? What can I do with it? So let me give you some ideas of what you can do. In a nutshell, the Yukikaze is, in my opinion, a very strong destroyer in Tier 6, which you can either play as a gunboat or as a torpedo boat. If you play it as a torpedo boat, you use the fishy captain or the Tanaka captain to increase the speed of the torpedoes, because the torpedoes have a very quick detectability, so 2.3 kilometers they are detectable, so the enemy has a lot of time. So the faster you make the torpedoes, the better, and the lower the reaction time. And also you can get the concealment down to 4.8 kilometer. But I have to disappoint you. This video is about playing the Yukikaze as a gunboat. As I said, is the smaller sister ship of the Udachi in terms of stats. It has the same torpedoes with higher detectability. But it has the same incredible precision of the Udachi guns. So what I mean by that is there's no dispersion, almost no dispersion, and RNG is not your enemy in this ship. Almost every bullet will hit. On top of that, compared to the standard Yukikaze, the Ether Lane Yukikaze has much improved guns, so the reload can be as low as 5.8 or even 5.5 seconds. If you use Mordov, you can even bring it down to 5.3, something like that, depending if you trade off concealment for hit points. So in my build with Kurita, I'm going for a full gunboat build. Starting with the inspirations, I'm using Sims for 2400 HP. I'm using Bay for a 6% increase in concealment. And in the first perk, we're increasing the HE output. In the second, we increase the HE output by 10%. The third perk will reduce the incoming damage by 5%. And also shows the enemy like twist and track. So the second and the fourth in this row are similar, while the second improves the turret traverse. The last decreases the incoming damage. So again, you're getting more HP because 5% is deducted from any incoming damage. And the fourth increases the smoke, and the legendary skill gives you 10% more HP on the ship by reducing the speed by 3%. So, as I said, I wasn't going to maximize the concealment, but I was going to maximize the HP. And as you can see, it's 19,000 hit points on this ship. And the artillery is very strong. As you can see, it's 2,365 HE damage for 6 shells every 5.8 seconds. And the turret traverse is quite fast with 13.1 seconds. So the HE damage is almost as much as the AP damage. And you could even trade off Sims for Obeno and bring the HE damage to an increased 5%, which is almost 2,500, works also very well. But in my opinion, it's not really worth it to trade 3k HP against 5% damage, because also the legendary 10% will add on Sims, so you're losing like 2,800 or something like that. So that's why I stick with this combination. Talking about the torpedoes, they have these 2.3 kilometers detectability, which is quite bad, but from a let's say realistic point of view during games, it's not that much of a difference and not that bad. You're still gonna hit the enemy, because in the heat of the battle the people don't pay as much attention, and especially if you're suiciding somebody, they anyway have no chance to move out. And with that huge torpedo damage, usually 1 or 2 torpedoes are sufficient to sink an enemy. Don't forget, with this tier 6 ship you enter tier 5 battles up to tier 7, but for a tier 6 ship in the right setup, it's incredibly good. So you may ask, what is the drawback? Well, the drawback is pretty simple. It's speed. As you can see, with 35 knots in this setup, it's a very slow ship. It's like Akizuki in tier 7. So this prevents the ship from being totally OP in that lower tiers. But still, it's okay. It's like a little cruiser with incredible guns, incredible HP, and it can take on any DD you can imagine. I will show you in this game how I fight a kit, which is the Gunboat. I fight a Gede and other DDs. So this thing is really a DD killer. And the next drawback is the concealment. In my setup is 5.6, which is pretty high in that tier, but still it's just 300-400 meters than the average enemy destroyer has. So you must not worry for that. If you're straight into the enemy, they approach you at the same time. So we're talking about very few seconds, like 2-3 seconds, that the enemy spots you earlier than yourself, and your guns will make up for that. So enough talking. I have put together some interesting scenes when I approached enemy ships, and 2-3 complete games. So enjoy this summary of Azulane Yukikaze, and decide for yourself if you run her as Gunboat or traditionally with Fishy or Tanaka as a torpedo boat, which works equally well. It's faster moving than, great concealment, and even improved torpedoes with 82 seconds reload, while this is now 103 seconds in my Gunboat fit. It's up to you. You can play the ship really both ways, and there's not the way how you have to play this ship. It's up to you how you prefer your gameplay. My suggestion is play it as a game boat. It's really ridiculously funny to play it. Leave your comments, hit the like button, subscribe if you like what you see, and hope to see you out there in the next seasons of ranked or standard games, wherever you are. Thank you for watching and enjoy the games.
Unser Team hat die...
Zerstörer versenkt.
5 Minuten.
Viel Glück und ruhige Wasser. So wird's gemacht. Gute Arbeit. Vielen Dank.
Gefechtsstation.
Maschinenboost aktiviert. Alle Stationen an dieses Bereichs. Ziels. Alle Stationen, brauche Feuerunterstützung. Achtung, melde Zielposition. Bestätigt. Unser Team hat die Führung.
Baby,